Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
ADOR wins. NEWJEANS
oh,
loses.
when Lucas told me, I was like, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, oh my god,
I
what
don't
does
know
this
why we knew the
mean?
outcome. Like we knew what was gonna happen. This is the only choice. There
Hmm.
was no other way.
No, but it means like it's like we're like at the end
Not really.
ish.
They're gonna appeal. I'm
Mhm.
sure they already appealed. It's you know how it goes. But
I don't know.
let's see.
I wonder how the girls feel like that situation. Like they felt convinced. Like like Lucas, you don't go fighting against the beast unless you at least feel like you have a knife to this fight. You know that you could fight back. You're not just doing it just to do it. They're
Well,
like they're young. Time is running. They were the hottest group out there, and they're not performing, not doing what they love to
right.
do. You know,
I mean,
they had a new concept. They were ready to
they
go to move on
they
to the
were
next thing.
convinced by Minheejin that they had something going. All right.
Hmm.
Now, this kind of shows them that, oh shit, maybe Min Hee-jun was wrong. I hope so. I hope that would show. I think at this point they realize Min Hee-jun was wrong, but we're too deep in, so we have to keep appealing. Although you can go to Hype though.
No, yeah, they have the
Yeah,
option
they
to
have
go
the option to
back.
go to Hype, so I don't
This to
know.
me is like, okay, can it be possible that we be released and free
Like,
and run?
if anything, this would be like kind of like okay, let's just go because I feel like
I feel like that's the left what's left to
this
do.
this is like such an easy way out for them to just go
Yeah,
back
and
and
everyone
not
will get
and
it.
every and yeah, and you're not gonna look like a hypocrite.
Yeah, you put in effort to try to get
Yeah,
out, but you realize, okay, I
right.
can't, so let me just go
Because
back.
if you went before this, you kind of like
Mhm.
okay, you just whatever,
Mhm.
kid, don't know what you want, just bipolar.
Mhm.
Here, you just go back. You don't even look like a hypocrite. Yeah, you will get dragged a little, but you're gonna get dragged either way at this point.
Mhm.
But eventually, people will move on, and you're gonna keep making money.
Mhm. And the timing is good. Halloween is tomorrow. People forget about this
You're
and
right.
be concerned with
I
their
don't know if they
costumes.
celebrate Halloween in
You guys
South Korea.
don't South Korea?
It's an American holiday or so.
But still, now it's like like everyone just wants to dress up, like on at least
Uh,
online.
Online, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into this video.
Mm-hmm.
The
Today I'm in
long-running
avocado.
dispute between girl group
I'm
NewJeans
a
and their
Miami Heat.
agency ADOR reached a major turning point on October 30th, 2025, Korean Standard Time. The 41st Civil Division of the Seoul Central District Court, presided over Judge Jong Ho Il, ruled that the exclusive contracts signed between ADOR and the five
Wait,
NewJeans members
is that like they did like a live or something afterwards?
I'm trying to understand if this is a recent photo, recent video, or what is this exactly?
Hmm.
in 2022 remain legally valid.
Is
And
it
according
live?
to
Are they moving a
Dispatch,
little
a
bit? Oh
South
no,
Korean
it's just the
publication,
No,
pictures. It's just the
they're not
pictures.
moving, but the captions are moving.
Oh
courts typically summarize rulings
no, the pictures
briefly,
are moving back
but
and
this
forth.
case was an
Oh
exception. The judge spent roughly 40 minutes reading through each key point of the verdict, rejecting every argument from
wow,
Nujine's side and stating that Adore
wow.
didn't violate any significant obligation
Damn,
under the
I
exclusive
would sink
contract,
in the chair
nor
like
can it be
40
acknowledged that
minutes.
the
Just tell me I'm wrong. Let me move. Let me just leave.
I
Like
mean,
40 minutes. 40 minutes to tell me every reason why I'm wrong.
but you basically, I guess you go through every argument, right? So it makes
Mhm.
sense. Like, when Diddy got his verdict, they went through every charge, guilty,
Mhm.
innocent, guilty, innocent. So
I think do you think they go to the heaviest first or the lighter ones first?
I think whatever order they're like filed in, I don't think
Oh,
there's like a heavy, light.
oh.
relationship of trust was broken. Let's go through the background of the case and the decision.
Maybe they weren't even there for that, or were they there? I would be
I don't
there
know. I
probably.
don't
That's
know.
important.
What do you say when a Jewish boy is
I don't know
kicked
if
on
I
a
would
New
go.
York City
I
sidewalk?
probably wouldn't go.
No, but it's the biggest like decision. Like this is like if you won or not.
Yeah, but this is kind of like you lost, so you just
They
wanna
didn't think they lost, Lucas. What
come
do you
on. So they
mean?
they lost.
First, the background, the termination, and the
There
lawsuit.
was not one person online that said, well, except for bunnies, because we did have even in
Hmm.
our Discord some came in tried to brainwash us. I don't know. They failed, but they tried. To that. Oh, they mean the New Jeans have a case.
Hmm.
No, they didn't. They don't have no case.
The decision comes
You want to
nearly
know
a year after.
something? Honestly, when you first told me that Adore won, I think my brain processed as Hype versus Mihi Jin.
So Heejin won.
Yeah.
Oh, because you were shocked. I
I
was
was
like,
shocked. Yeah, that's
why
why I
are you
was looking at you
surprised?
so stupid. Like, what
Like,
the
why are you
hell?
surprised? Yeah.
No, because I don't know why it just processed. You said ADOR won, and I'm like, okay, this is not specific enough, sir. When you drop news, be specific to
That's
be okay.
specific enough. The suit is ADOR versus the five girls. So
You didn't say
After
the five
NewJeans
girls.
held a
You
press
just said
conference
ADOR.
in November 2024, announcing the termination of their contracts with ADOR and citing a breakdown of trust. The group declared independent activities under the name NJZ. ADOR responded on December 3rd, 2024, filing a lawsuit to confirm the contract remained valid, arguing that a unilateral claim of broken trust cannot be grounds for termination. In January 2025, ADOR filed an injunction to prevent the members from signing new advertising or promotional contracts. The court granted that injunction on March, effectively freezing NewJeans.
I guess I will say there was one possible case for them to win when we watched. Now that I think about it, I remember the judge did. There was like an emotional side of the judge that she kind of showed that if the trust is broken irreparably, that okay, there is like a slimmer of chance for NewJeans. So I guess I can't say for sure that it was like given. Like before that, what that judge said, I would have said it was a given, but when we heard that, that was like I think sometime in late spring, early summer, when the judge came out with that, I was kind of like, shit, maybe they do have a slim chance. But yeah, they lost.
Independent activities. The court also accepted ADOR's indirect compulsory motion, ordering each member to pay 1 billion won, or approximately 740,000 US dollars, if they ever engage in any entertainment activity without the agency's prior approval. Before this decision, 2 mediation attempts failed before the case returned to court for full ruling. And here is the final decision. The court said the contract is valid and NewJeans has to pay the costs of litigation. The court rejected all of NewJeans' major claims, including allegations that ADOR's
Okay,
dismissal of
Lucas. These girls are young.
Yeah,
No way they're gonna pay that amount of money in legal fees.
But you know that's the standard
But
procedure.
okay.
There's nothing shocking about that.
But I'm like,
The loser always pays.
I understand, but so this money, can they now
No. This is just gonna be, subtracted from their payment, from their checks.
Do you think, do you think they could go after Min Hee Jin or whoever made them feel like, kind of brainwashed them?
Can they sue Min Hee Jin? Yes, they
For-
could if they have evidence.
Mm.
For manipulating,
Because-
I mean, for some, they can sue her for something. They
If
can
I
figure it
was
out.
them, I would
They're
play
like,
so naive.
In fucking Korea, saying
Save me, I'm a child.
in Korea, calling someone a bitch is fucking crime. So you can definitely, it's gonna be a crime by manipulating someone. So I think they definitely could
How
sue.
much these legal fees gonna cost?
No, it's a lot of money, but I'm just saying once they go back to a door, they will deduct. And if they never go back to a door, well then they're gonna be shelved for the rest of their lives. So a door still wins.
Why
at
do
the
they
end
spell
of
a
the day.
door like this? They spelled it wrong.
It's
Isn't it?
translation.
Oh, well, I was thinking, so what does this mean for their, whoever has been sponsoring the girls? Because there gotta be somebody who's sponsoring the girls to do this.
Well, that person be the cuff
So-
of the legal fees,
so
or I don't know.
I think if the girls had like protection, if I'm thinking they have protection, they've told their sponsor, look, if this doesn't shake how it's supposed to shake, how you want it to shake, you're gonna hold the bag. You're gonna pay for that. The sponsor's gonna pay.
I don't think that was talked about. I don't think when you go into a lawsuit like that, you even consider possibility of losing. I think you're convinced that you're gonna win.
I mean, as you should.
Right, because otherwise, why go?
Why go?
Yeah, like you have to really be convinced that okay, I'm in the right here. So I don't think you even talk about the potential of losing. So I don't think that conversation was had. Now today though, I'm sure they had that conversation. Who's gonna pay for that?
So yeah, I think
But-
you're right. They're gonna just put it on top of the debt that they have. They're gonna
they
make
already
them
owe the
work.
debt anyway. So just keep piling. What's extra? Attorney fees. Like who cares?
Yeah, probably they make it up in a concert.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So either it's gonna if they go back,
Not bad.
if
They
they're-
should
it's
go
gonna get
back.
deducted
Girls
from
gotta
their
go back. They should go
salaries.
back.
If they don't go back, it's just gonna add to the pile of debt that eventually they're gonna get a judgment against them
Wait.
for, and it doesn't matter.
Wait, Lucas, do you think
Like-
Adore still wants them?
Doesn't matter.
Because
they show
have you
they have to
noticed-
show face that they
Have
have
you
to want
noticed?
them.
Have you noticed they want to cooperate when they don't know they won yet, but when they win, all of a sudden,
No, but do you understand what they want? They want the fact that they own the girls' rights.
They own the girls.
Right.
So,
So they still like they can now say no to the girls because they won that they owned it. So they because if they do say no to the girls,
Yeah.
now they can sue again for that oh they're not giving us the opportunity, and now they would win.
they're gonna
So
say,
they cannot reject them. They can shelve them, but they cannot reject them. Like if they want to go back, they have to let them go back, make a comeback, and not promote it.
it's gonna be so awkward.
No, it will be awkward, but
I think what they need to do, they need to do like a slumber party, a camp or something to like bond, reconnect, build that trust. Because right now there's no trust. If I was them, I would feel some kind of way going back to work. And now I feel like the men
shit
have
is
to go
awkward
home.
sometimes. I mean, it is what it is. It's just they put themselves in this situation. You can't feel bad for them about that. Like they went all this way, so you know.
Of Min Hee-jin constituted a breach of duty or that Hybe's audit of her was retaliatory. The court said, and I quote, Min Hee-jin's role is not a core element of the exclusive contract. The court determined that NewJeans Trust in former CEO Min Hee-jin cannot be regarded as a decisive factor in their exclusive contract since the agreement did not guarantee Min's continued role as ADOR's representative. It also noted that even after Min's dismissal as CEO, she remained in the position to perform producing duties as an internal director. Further, ADOR had offered Min a new contract redelegating her producing authority, but she declined the proposal. The court said, and I quote, ADOR continued to pursue Min Hee-jin's reappointment as an inside director. However, she resigned of her own accord. ADOR did not unilaterally break the relationship of trust. The court added that the absence of Min didn't really cause a gap in NewJeans' album planning and entertainment activities. NewJeans further argued that ADOR failed to properly fulfill its management duties after Min's dismissal. The court rejected that claim as well. The court
Everyone's wearing
stated
the
that the
same shoe?
company's delay in
What?
Go back. Yeah, they all wearing
Oh,
the same shoes.
I guess.
Interesting.
recruiting a new producer was due to its initial efforts to seek Min Hee-jin's cooperation. The ruling emphasized that even during this transitional period, ADOR continued to operate normally. Management work such as album production, performance planning, world tour preparations, and advertising coordination was consistently carried out. The court also addressed Hybe's audit and retaliation claim. The court sided with Hybe and ADOR regarding the audit of Min Hee-jin, rejecting her repeated assertion that it was conducted in retaliation for her
I begins audit of NewJeans ADOR SEO to step down. I mean, I don't think they need a reason to audit something. I think that's within their rights of shareholders. If the shareholders wants to hold an audit of the company, I don't know if I don't I guess I
But what's the purpose of the audit?
well like if you like let's say you own a company, but you're a passive shareholder, you're not involved, you just own the company, and you just feel like okay,
What
like
does that have to do with funds, though?
what?
Well,
No, like you feel like okay, some math ain't mathing. Like they're doing a lot of revenue, but they're not profitable, or like
but who
it's
said
just
that?
well, you as a shareholder, you say that okay, I should be
Oh,
getting
maybe
more of
more?
a kickback than I
Oh.
am. I think at a shareholder meeting you can call for an audit. Obviously, you hold a vote, and the shareholders have to all or majority have to vote that we are gonna do an audit. But I don't think you need a reason to call for an audit. I think shareholders meeting like what every year, every quarter. I think if somebody brings that to the floor, I don't think you can be like, oh no, what's your reason for bringing it up? I think you just either like if people don't care for it, they won't know, and then okay, there's no audit. In this case, obviously, Hype I think owns 99 or 100% of ADOR, so they decide there's shareholders just Hype. But if they want an audit, I don't think you can say, oh, why you want an audit? How dare you want an audit of me? I mean, just let them audit. Like if you have nothing to hide, what is there to hide?
raising internal concerns. As part of the ruling, the court cited Kakao Talk conversation between Min Hee-jin and former ADOR Vice President Hee Sang-woo as direct evidence. Because civil litigation in South Korea follows the principle of free evaluation of evidence, the messages were deemed admissible and valid in court. The submitted exchanges presented by Hybe on July 24, 2025, the case's third hearing, revealed that Min Hee-jin had discussed plans for independence months before the audit. In one conversation from February 2024, when Lee remarked, we're going to make it hard for them, meaning Hybe, and gain our freedom. Min responded, that would be great. In subsequent exchange the following month, we wrote, we're changing the plan and moving the timing forward. We won't talk about the media here. We'll file a lawsuit based on public opinion. We'll explode when we get a response.
Yeah, it
The
makes sense
court
for the
considered this
audit. Look at this.
premeditation. And
Yeah, that is an audit.
Yeah, I don't.
I would be sus.
Yeah, like I think this is to me like even though as I just said I don't think they need the grounds for audit. This is definitely if they didn't need it, this is grounds for audit. Like I mean, you see something sus going on, she's clearly trying to pull one over on you.
Yeah.
the court also referenced a Kakao Talk draft message prepared by Min on April 20, 2024, outlining her plan to file a report to the
message?
Fair Trade Commission.
How they get a hold of
But
that?
this time, she wants the mothers of the members
Wouldn't that just be her like in her phone? If it's a draft, you never send
Maybe.
it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
of NewJeans to file. According to the court, this action showed that Min had been actively seeking to
Maybe it was like a
influence investors
screenshot from another party of
But
it.
it's on her phone. Like if
Isn't
I,
it company's phone though? Do they have access to it? Like it's a draft.
but I,
It's not official because it's it ain't.
I guess it. I don't know how the Kakao Talk work,
Yeah.
but because like I'm thinking, if iMessage, I type something and not send. If I go on my MacBook, I have access to iMessages, but it won't be. I won't have that
The draft.
the draft. But if it's an email, for example, I will have because email saves to the cloud. So I guess it really depends. I guess Kakao Talk maybe saves to the cloud, even the draft.
Probably. Did you know that's how like the dealers, the D dealers, drug dealers, I don't know if I can say drug dealers. Drug dealers used to communicate. They used to have like an email that they share. They both have access to. They would never send anything, but have it in the drafts and just erase it after.
I didn't know that, but that's makes
It's very
sense.
clever.
Makes sense, yeah.
and mobilize the members' parents to shape public opinion and become independent, not for the purpose of protecting NewJeans. The court stated that the audit was a legitimate response to this plan. The dispatch trainee videos. The court also examined additional incidents that NewJeans cited as evidence of a breakdown of trust between ADOR and Hybe, one of which is the release of a Source Music trainee videos by Dispatch showing NewJeans members rehearsing to the song Attention when they were still training under Source Music. The court said Hybe and Adore actually responded promptly. They emailed and contacted Source Music, and they did the same to Dispatch. It proves that the plaintiff took appropriate corrective action.
At
missed
BASF,
that.
we're
I missed
working
that.
together to drive change.
Were they not supposed to do
So
that?
no, so there was a thing where Min Hee-jin or whoever accused Adore of leaking New Jeans' girls' practice when they were still like a teenagers underage.
Oh.
And basically what Hybe did, Hybe or Adore the company immediately, issued like a cease and desist or like something to both Dispatch and Source Music. So they took proper action, but their claim is, oh, Hybe is the one that leaked it. But I don't think they have any proof for that. And two, Hybe has nothing to do with this. Hybe is just a parent company. So Source Music is not equal Hybe. They're equaling Hybe and Source Music.
Yeah.
So if Source Music did leak it, which somebody at Source Music did, because it's Source Music stuff. So if somebody did leak it, doesn't mean that has anything to do with Hybe, right? It's just somebody at Source Music, which is a competing label under the same umbrella. It's like Slim Shady Records and Beyonce's Records. I don't know what it's called, but it's under the same UMG, but they're the competing label. So it has nothing to do with Hybe.
That's easy,
NewJeans and
Papa.
Min Hee-jin argue that Hybe's in-house label B-Lift Lab debuted I'll It with a concept allegedly copied from NewJeans. But the court said that yes, there are similarities in the photos, but it does not mean I'll It copied NewJeans. The Girls Next Door or youthful concept is not an intellectual property protected by law. The court further noted that Adore, while under Min Hee-jin's leadership, had already sent an official document to B-Lift Lab expressing concern. That's evidence that the agency had taken appropriate steps at that time. It also addressed the allegation of Hani that a member or manager of I'll It instructed I'll It to ignore her. And they said that based on the evidence submitted, it showed that I'll It actually bowed to her. And since there is no audio, there is no way the alleged statement may be verified. The judge also added that Hani's description of the incident did not accurately reflect what occurred. CCTV footage confirms that the members of I'll It bowed to Hani. The court ruled that the allegation lacked factual basis.
Does Honey wear glasses?
On media
know.
controversies, The judge also rejected NewJeans' claim that a high PR employee disparaged the group's performance when it requested publications to correct its report that NewJeans sold 1 million copies of their Japanese debut album. Hybe clarified that it merely requested a correction to prevent misinformation that could confuse investors. The judge said that leaving the false report uncorrected could have misled the market. Hybe's actions were standard corporate procedures, not an attack on the group. The court also sided with ADOR in its dispute with the Dolphin Kidnapping Group, the external production team behind the ETA Director Scott music video. ADOR had requested that the video be taken down after it was posted online without Hybe's prior approval, which was required under the terms of service contract. The judge said, and I quote, ADOR's actions against the company were an exercise of contractual rights, not a breach of any significant obligation under the exclusive contract. In summary, the court found that Hybe and ADOR's actions in these instances, from media management to production disputes, were consistent with standard corporate governance. And
You know what it seems like to me?
Yeah.
Like everything, you know, they're suing for, or like not, maybe not suing for, but everything they're outlining as in their favor. I can see them, the girls, thinking that, okay, this is
Valid.
but how did the attorneys submit that paperwork?
They just take the check and look like.
Yeah, but like, don't you like have a responsibility as an attorney to tell you, okay, no, this is not gonna fly. This is legal what
That's
they
what
did.
I'm wondering.
Can't you get disbarred for that?
But
Because at this point, it's frivolous lawsuit. Like, because this is like, what kind of attorney doesn't know that, okay, what they did is legal?
they must have like a citation or a reference case or something that
I'm-
they use
I'm
to
so
support their
confused.
claims.
Because this is
You
like,
can't just go like that and wing it. You need some sort of supporting evidence or something to support your
I don't know.
findings.
I don't know.
did not amount to violations of the exclusive contract. Investment and industry context. In its defense, ADOR emphasized its 21 billion won, approximately 15.5 million USD investment into NewJeans, including 7 billion won or 5.2 million USD for their debut album and 1.5 million USD or 2 billion won for their debut music video, with Hybe's active support. The court acknowledged this point, adding that such heavy upfront investment under uncertain success is standard industry practice. It stated, and I quote, in cases like NewJeans, management contracts are often signed before debut with large investments that can only be recouped through success. The fact that unreasonable demands were not accepted does not mean they are being forced to exclusive activities against one's free will or as a violation of personal rights. The judge also clarified that a remark by a member of Hybe's management team stating abandoning NewJeans was taken out of context and merely a part of a strategy discussion about Les Serafim's promotional plan. Another complaint that NewJeans filed is about the Apple campaign. They said that Hybe executives ignored the members or interfered with this brand deal. But the court clarified that according to evidence, Apple approached Hybe even before the debut of NewJeans, meaning it was actually Hybe who gave the contract or the deal to NewJeans. The court stated, and I quote, this is a case where after building popularity and fandom through an exclusive contract, artists are now claiming decision-making authority over personal matters, content production, and others. And when these unreasonable requests were not accepted,
You
the
know,
artists are now
I guess
claiming infringement.
they're feeling their hype too much. You see it.
That's what it seems like. Yeah, they're feeling themselves too much, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what the judge said. The judge said that what to basically trying to saying infringement of personal right, but that's not even your right. So yeah, they're just their heads got too big.
Of personal rights. So what now? Well, NewJeans already filed an appeal through their law firm
Of course they
Sejong.
did.
The law firm stated that the members respect the court's decision, but maintain that it is impossible to return to ADOR and continue normal entertainment activities in the current situation where the relationship of trust has been completely broken. The 5 girls are planning to immediately appeal this ruling and hope that the Court of Appeals will review the facts and legal principles once again to deliver a fair judgment. But with the first instance ruling delivered, the case now moves to the Court of Appeals, where NewJeans will definitely challenge the court's interpretation of contract validity and the scope of trust between artist and agency. But for now, the decision cements ADOR's legal control over the group and signals judicial recognition of Hybe handling of internal disputes. The ruling reinforces the binding nature of pre-debut exclusive contracts in K-pop.
Turn a breathtaking moment into a
Yeah,
breathtaking
I mean-
space. Order free. Sure.
Everything is common sense, kind of. As expected, there's no shocker here. with everything that happened.
Hopefully as soon as possible, so they could like come
Judge
back to performing by the new year.
I don't know exactly how it works. If appeal, does Court of Appeal have to accept it to review it, or like, because I think like here in the Supreme Court, for example, Supreme Court can deny like hearing a case. They can see like, oh yeah, this is bullshit, not worth our time. It's a correct decision. Bye. So I wonder if like appeals court also have to like, is it like automatic? Okay, they have to review it, or they can take a look at the decision. It's like, okay, there's nothing wrong. Next, because if you know if they can get denied, then it's possible it might get denied and it never go to appeals. So I don't know how it works exactly.
Can I see the comments?
Yeah. But these comments, this is like a army page. Would be more interesting to read the comments on like a bunny page, what the bunnies are saying, because obviously, the regular people understand what's going on. I'm more interested in what the bunnies got to say about this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious. Okay. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. If you can like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.